What's up, everybody? The drunken charge is in the house. Yes, let's go. Let's effing go. Professor Chaos says hashtag free Tyson. Well, it's been a crazy day in the world of boxing when it comes to news. There's some MMA news out there, too, of course, on the eve of UFC 299. Just 48 hours from the main card, we're actually only about 7 hours, believe it or not, 7, 8 hours, give or take how long the fights last, from Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua making their way down to the ring in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. There actually is some boxing on ESPN Plus right now, too. What's up, Daniel Barry in the house? Good to see you, my friend. Yo, yo, yo. Drunken Charge. Hey, Fighter fans, family, how's everyone doing? Well, you know I'm doing good. I just went to the casino. Don't ask me if I won or not. Actually, I have a stack of slips though. I did bet on UFC 299. I also bet on the Francis Ngannou Anthony Joshua fight, and I'll go over some of those bets as people come into the chat. But man, what a crazy weekend we got right now. We got boxing over on ESPN Plus. That's going on right now. After this fight, we might pick up some of that coverage. If you're watching along, we are in the sixth round of a female fight here. I didn't even know it was on. I just happened to go to ESPN Plus, and I was like, "Oh wow, boxing! Can't lose with that." When is this fight in California time? California tomorrow. It should be between 2 and 3 p.m. Pacific. Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou. Great undercard, though, guys. Great undercard, and I put a little bet on the undercard here. Well, that one's the Miami Heat. Um, Miami Heat to defeat the Dallas Mavericks today. When I made that bet, they had a 12-point lead. Hopefully, they've been able to hold that. It is in Dallas. Then, this may surprise some of you. I did make a bet. Well, I'm going to save this, and this is my bet on the Francis fight, Francis and Anthony Joshua fight. So let's save that till we get a few more people in here, and I'll go backwards to further on the card. These women are they're banging it out. Neither one of them look like they're in shape to be athletes. It looks like they're probably having somebody cover a long lunch for them at a local gas station, but they are swinging till their heart's content nonetheless. That's also for the boxing card tomorrow, that bet. UFC 299, though. I went back and forth about this. Some big bitches, says Robert. What's up? What's up, homies? What's up, Ricardo? Joshua seems more quicker than Fury. It could be a difficult fight for the Predator. Yeah, let me know what your guys' predictions on that are. My bet, I think, is probably going to shock most of you, but I think it's the right bet considering the odds that I received. And I'm curious to see what you guys think. I think after I explain what my bet is and how I made it, why I made it, I think most of you guys are going to think, you might be mad at me, but I think you're going to think it's a smarter bet. So I'm going to bring up the chat here on my computer so I can see what you guys are saying during the chat here. I kind of like that. I can still go into the control room, pop out the chat while I'm streaming from my phone here. And oh, Oh, okay. Oh, I ordered one of those, but I guess I never got it. Thank you. Sweet. Oh, throw a tile on it. Yeah. Thank you. I rock with the super chat. I rock, you rock, sir. Thank you very much. I rock in the house with the first donation of the night. $5 on the nose. Thank you, my friend. I did play a little bit of blackjack today. Warming up for the Vegas trip, boys. Is anybody else making Vegas? Because me and PBR Street Gang, we have our plane tickets. We have a hotel. We have it picked up. Not everybody has to stay at the same hotel with us if you decide to come. But I got my plane tickets. Like, we're ready to go. PBR's got his travel accommodations, and I hope some of you guys are able to join us after this stream. So everybody, you guys get up to 10 entries on the short in the contest. You don't get to add them up to 20,000. You still need to get 20,000 from one view, but you get up to 10 entries. So after tonight's stream, told the drunken charge, Mr. Robert Kerrigan, that I'm going to drop his short after people, after people have been in the chat and stuff. So maybe, hopefully, we can pick up some more views. So when I drop that, make sure and watch that as quickly as you can. I want to test the algorithm. Give it a like. Give it a comment. I want to see if it gets immediate buzz, even if it's not a lot of people. Like like I said, if we get viewership, likes, shares, comments, everything on that, maybe it'll just take right off and get Robert to 20,000, and I will have to buy him a plane ticket and hotel tickets. But or anybody else, if you haven't turned in your entry, you're still looking to turn in an entry, I am still taking them. This is cool. I hope you do, Rob. There is one other entry from 7 that I'll be putting out probably tomorrow. What do you guys think of the 299 presser? I'm surprised O'Malley got booed. I didn't watch that presser. I watched the Fury Joshua presser. Was the 299 presser today or yesterday? I think maybe I did see it pop up, but I was in the middle of losing money at a blackjack table or something. No, no, I usually don't play blackjack, but I went in. I bought $100 in chips, and I sat there, and I would get down, and I would get back up to 100, get down, get back up to 100, but man, the house kept on getting 20, 21, 20, 21. I mean, it was crazy. I thought, I'm like, I don't know how much better I could have played this. The last one I went down, I had split and I had two 20s. Dealer gets 21 again. And I was like, well, that's a sign. I was like, that's a sign. I took my $60. I was down 40, went over and cashed in. But man, that deck was on fire for the dealers. And I don't know how many of you have played blackjack in casinos. I don't know if I'd ever played a 22 push. I don't like this though. I got to see. I don't know if all the tables there at that casino are that way. So blackjack plays 3 to 2 if you get blackjack, 21. So that's nice. But to me, that just makes up for if the dealer gets blackjack, obviously you can't. The game's over, and you can buy insurance and whatever for those that understand that. But yeah, I think probably 4 times while I was playing for maybe 20 minutes. Probably 4 times the dealer got 22. And 22 is an automatic push. And I swear every single damn one of those 22s, I had a good hand. What's today? Okay, me too. I seen it. I'll have to watch it later. I only watched the Cheeto interview on the presser so far. He's ready to go. It seems as if ever since Sean Strickland, they're making sure that all the fighters only get one question, and Dana tries to avoid back and forth trash talk at all costs. Sean changed the game, didn't he? Sean Strickland, from the trailer park to big time, like he didn't change a whole hell of a lot. He still thinks he's in the trailer park. They talk about you can take the jungle out of the boy, take the boy out of the jungle, can't take the jungle out of the boy. You can take white trash out of the trailer park, but you can't take the trailer park out of the white trash. I know. I grew up in a trailer park, so you know it is what it is. From the big bad Inland Empire, says Drunken Charge. Yes, I know your stomping ground, sir. You guys watching this women's fight here? Like I said, they both look hella out of shape, but they're definitely going at it. What's up, Billy is in the house. Just got home. What time do the fireworks start tomorrow? By the way, the Combat Sports Fan Dream Boxing match, followed by UFC 299. We call it the Insane Empire, where you're from. So Joshua and Francis, they are scheduled to come down to the ring. I believe in between 2 and 3 o'clock. It depends on how long the other matches last. So, you guys want the best predictions that I've seen for when fighters will walk? I just go to DraftKings. They want you to bet. Whenever I want information, most of the time I say, who's trying to take my money? Who benefits the most by me knowing what's going on? If I want to know what time a pay-per-view is and how much it is, I'm going to type in Ngannou Joshua pay-per-view, because otherwise you get a whole bunch of bullshit. But if you type in Ngannou Joshua pay-per-view, and then the people that are trying to sell you the pay-per-view come up, which is the Zone, they have pretty damn good incentive to tell you, when the pay-per-view starts. All right, we're going to the sports now. I'm trying to find boxing, and having a hard time even finding boxing right now. There we go. I got to get in the sports book first. What's going on? Josiah Perez in the house. Establish Stream East. Side I use, just letting you know. All right. Thanks, Robert. Okay, it says we should be able to get a sneak peek at the odds still. They changed the DraftKings site all up. And earlier, I wasn't even able to go on my phone, because here we have to be at the casino to bet. You can use your phone, I guess, but it's geo-fenced. Like, you have to be, in that area to actually be able to place a bet. Hi, my man Mike, Claude all in chat. What's up, PBR Street Gang? I talked to PBR yesterday. We've been getting this thing together for Vegas. We're going to have a hell of a time. I hope some of you can come with us. Billy says, also, I know you guys probably talked a bunch, but Jake versus Tyson, thoughts? I'm scared for Mike Tyson myself. And same, Billy. I haven't heard of that, Billy. Says I rock. I don't know what the hell to think about that shit, Billy. Only exhibition, but still insane. Last I saw, Jake was calling out Tony. Another exhibition, so who knows? What's up, PBR? I just called you a little while back. Does anybody know? Is that for sure on that, though? Because as of this morning when it came out, the article I was reading, the CEO of MVP Sports said that was going to be up to the Texas State Athletic Commission, and they didn't know yet. They didn't know yet if it was going to be an exhibition or an actual fight. That is a signed deal for sure. Exhibition only. All right then. I did not realize that. Oh Lord, this thing's wanting me to scan this stupid code with my phone to get onto the damn DraftKings site now. Fucking ridiculous. Excuse my language, but absolutely ridiculous. Saw that was at work doing a freaking crazy hailstorm. Hailstorms are insane, man. I'm sure you get crazier ones there. We get them fairly often. But we don't get them like you guys do. We do get some. We'll get some hail. We'll have hail. We'll have rain. We'll have snow. We'll have sun, and it'll go from 20 degrees to 50 back to 20 in like the span of 15 minutes. That's the kind of weather we get here. How else would it be sanctioned unless it's an exhibition? Well, remember, Evander Holyfield was actually a year older than Mike is. And Vitor Belfort knocked out Evander Holyfield. I believe that technically wasn't about. I believe it was an exhibition as well. But Vitor knocked him out. Well, I know is it actually 8 rounds? It's not 10? Okay. I'm just going to go to frickin' DAZN because DraftKings is really frustrating me right now. I know if I had the app up on my phone, I could probably figure it out. But work phones were going off the hook. That doesn't sound good, man. So he's calling out Tyson and Tony Ferguson after being an Uber guy. After beating an Uber guy. Yeah. All exhibitions are 8 rounds, Mike. Okay, I didn't realize. I know Joshua versus Ngannou tomorrow. That's only 10 rounds. I don't know if you guys knew that. So everything starts tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. But the main event is scheduled to start at 10 p.m. Let's get people talking about Jake Paul again after his 2 fights with no press behind it. Fight is on Netflix, not the Zone. That's 8 rounds only. Tyson and Paul is on Netflix, yes. Joshua and Ngannou tomorrow is on the Zone. It's not on Netflix as well either. You were talking about Tyson and Paul, I'm assuming. So I do have some bets. We do have 12 people in here, so I am interested to get your guys' opinions on these. So I took Joseph Parker over Zhilei Zhang because I got almost 2-1. Joseph Parker coming off that impressive win against Deontay Wilder where he won almost every round. I know Zhilei Zhang is a stud, but Joseph Parker is about as durable as it gets. Guys, I don't think Zhang's going to knock him out. And I don't even know if he's going to knock him down. If it goes to a decision, I like Joshua in that. Parker is what I call him. Netflix did live content. I guess this is their third event that they've done live. I don't know what the other two events were, to be honest. But they're definitely going into the live content arena. They're starting to get live sports and stuff out there. They're starting live content now. What's going on, my MMA family? Torn Brown in the house. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Let's make this stream proper here, though. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? There we go. Now we got the old school proper stream now in the black and white. So yeah, I took Joseph Parker. I made some small bets, $10 a piece. I didn't bet. I think one bet I did $14, but I kept it light. Going to Vegas next week, so I'm not looking to spend a bunch of money. But what's up, King James? Anybody know where the Tyson Paul Circus is taking place? Believe it or not, it's at Dallas Cowboys Stadium in front of 80,000 freaking people, James. Isn't that insane? Phil D in the house. Thank you for the thumbs up. That thumbs up on these phone streams, guys, should be in your top right-hand corner. It's in a little different place. They are over the ESPN deal. They are receiving. Oh, they're reading somewhere else. Mark my words. You think the UFC is going to end up somewhere else? You guys see about what's going on with the UFC lawsuit right now. 13 witnesses for the UFC are being declared ineligible because the UFC didn't give the plaintiffs the list in time, and they said there would be no more postponements. That's what this judge said. So next month, that's coming up, and it's not looking great for the UFC guys. Jake Paul is God's favorite fighter. Oh my God, Iraq. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. That is definitely worth a pin. Did that not pin? No way they sell out Jerry World. You really don't think so? You don't think they sell that fight out? They announced it that much in advance. It's going to be the first live boxing event on Netflix. It depends on what they ask for the tickets. If they're asking UFC 300 prices for tickets, yeah, you might be right. Maybe they don't sell it out. If they're asking, if you can get in there for 50 and $100, what is the lawsuit about? I'm not sure. The North American monopoly, and they have put some new guidelines on what is considered a monopoly in MMA. I mean, I really don't think they're going to lose it anyways. Mike, what you talking about, Willis? This lawsuit has been talked about for a long time. Why the UFC has been pushing it back forever. Mark Hunt's involved. I believe Randy Couture's still involved. John Fitch, bunch of ex-fighters. So the UFC had 13 people that were going to testify in that trial. Tyson should draw bigger numbers than Jake's accustomed to. Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a boon. I believe that's going to be a boon for Netflix. Just because everybody's going to be fucking watching that. And especially if they don't have to pay pay-per-view, forget about it. If that's just going to be on your regular run-of-the-mill everyday Netflix, I mean, how many people freaking have Netflix it out? Almost everyone. Also, bullying tactics against fighters. So it's about fighter pay and the monopoly. Yes. Yes, Robert. Regarding the Lesnar drug scandal with Hunt, or completely different situation regarding money? I think he lost the drug scandal thing, but I think it's another thing about money. I'm not sure if that's involved or what. I need to bring this up though. I believe it was at the top of MMAfighting.com today. Maybe it was MMA Junkie. Oh, Cedric Doumbé lost And the main event over on PFL this morning. I don't know who watched that. Bizarre stoppage after foot injury. Jake Paul opens as a heavy favorite to beat Mike Tyson in July 20th boxing match. I'm surprised they're even taking bets on an exhibition. Francis Ngannou reveals he was $200,000 in debt to Kamaru Usman before final UFC fight. Oh, damn. This is all news on the top of MMA fighting right now. But I'm trying to find this lawsuit now. I think it might be a little buried now. Yeah, it looks like it got buried under some stuff. There it is. Judge disqualifies 13 witnesses from testifying in upcoming antitrust trial. I would put this on the screen if we were on the computer, but obviously I can't. Mike, you got to watch the Doombay finish. You got to splinter and quit. Oh, seriously? That sucks. Hunt lawsuit against UFC and Lesnar being on steroids. But is in the new slot in new suit and fighter pay. Yes, you are correct, Robert. So these are the witnesses. I'm just going to read this to you guys. It's from MMAfighting.com. So with the UFC's antitrust trial date quickly approaching on April 15th, so tax day, Judge Richard F. Boulware ruled on several motions in the case of a Nevada courtroom on Monday, including 13 witnesses that were potentially being called to testify on behalf of the promotion. The fighters on this list, this is not going to surprise you guys. I don't think any of these names are going to surprise you that they're sticking up for the UFC. Fighters on the list included UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, another company guy, Chael P. Sonnen, ESPN employee, Misha freaking Tate. She was over in one. Dana called her back. She's back. She's back a company girl again. And Michael Chandler. Of course, Michael Chandler, 2 title shots since he came into the UFC already, as well as prominent managers such as Ali Abdulaziz, Dan Lambert from American Top Team, and Iridium Sports Agency CEO Jason House. Turns out none of them will be allowed to testify at the trial after Judge Boulware granted the plaintiff's motion to exclude the 13 named witnesses, which includes the fighters, managers, and even current UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard. So Mick Maynard will not be allowed to testify at this. This is pretty nuts. Paul Gift initially reported the news on Twitter. The plaintiff's attorney had argued that the witness list was not disclosed ahead of time to allow for depositions to be taken long before trial began. So, I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't know whose side really to take in that one. I want to see fighters make more money. That's for damn sure. But you got to see a fair trial, too, because I don't want to hear the excuses. I want it to be fair and square. Why it says, Rob, how nuts is it that you fight for a clean organization? It gets drug tested randomly. Lesnar cheats, UFC hides it, and UFC wins the suit. Fuck. I agree. Totally agree, James. It's absolute crap. Rob, how nuts is it that you fight? Oh, absolutely. Goddard stepped on his crack pipe, drug glass granules into the ring, and Doombay stepped on a sand-sized particle. Oh God, I gotta watch that. He seriously stepped on something, and said he couldn't continue to fight. Was he losing the fight? I know the odds were very close. It was almost a pick 'em. I think Doombay actually was a slight underdog in that, but it was very close to pick 'em. Hunt got screwed. Yeah, you're not lying, King James. So go over the I'll make another video for my MMA bets actually for UFC 299. But Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou. This is my bet. I didn't put down a lot. I put down $14. The pay is 67.20. I think Anthony Joshua is really taking this more seriously. I think he's going to box from the outside. 10-round bout. I don't think. I think Ngannou survives because he survived against Fury. Fury never had him in trouble. And I think Joshua will box to the outside like he did in the Andy Ruiz rematch, like he did in the Usyk rematch, although he lost the Usyk rematch, of course. I think he's going to do enough to win a decision. I think he probably gets some help from the judges if that's the way it goes. But I got plus 380 on Joshua by decision. As much as I want Francis to win, and it's a small bet, so if he wins, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be very happy for Francis if he's able to win. But a serious Anthony Joshua, I don't think Tyson Fury was serious. I don't think he was in shape. I think he actually used the Francis fight to get in shape for his fight with Usyk, which, of course, still hasn't happened. But I like that. Plus 380 decision, a surprising line. Uh, what do you think of that, though? I like that line. Anthony Joshua by decision. I mean, he could get the knockout, and of course Francis could take him out. But I think Anthony Joshua is going to be holding, hugging, pushing, running. I think he's going to be doing everything he can to not engage with Francis Ngannou. He's been doing boxing his whole life. Francis Ngannou has one fight, and he's not going to surprise anybody this time, guys. Iraq says, I agree for the win, but the judges will be on Francis' side. You think they'll be on Francis' side? I don't know. If Francis wins, I'll be happy. I like that line too. Francis will smoke AJ. What's up, Joe Still? I hope he does. I will gladly rip up my $14 tag for Francis, especially to get a knockout. Iraq says, AJ has to win clearly. You think because a lot of people thought that Tyson was robbed in the first match, that this time Francis is going to get a more favorable decision? I don't know. What's up, Scott Countryman? So Dustin versus BSD. Basically a toss-up fight. I went back and forth a little bit about who I thought would win this one, but did make a decision. I have a slip here. There it is. I did pick Dustin because I got him at plus 170. It's really hard to not take him at 170. I looked through all the interviews and things that he's doing right now. He says he wants a rematch at the BMF belt, which tells me he's motivated, tells me now he probably won't retire after this fight if he wins. He has more money fights out there. So obviously he's going to have to win to get another shot at the BMF. So, and he really wants that win back against Justin. But of course, if Max wins, Dustin already has that victory against him at lightweight. After what Ngannou did against Fury, I'll take Francis. I hope he gets it, man. I hope he just fucking smashes Joshua. Never been a Joshua fan, but I also don't bet with my heart. I try to bet a little more calculated, and like I said, I consider $14. I consider that almost a throwaway bet. Of course, I still want to win money, but I would pretty much be more happy if Ngannou won. See Aspinall trying to break Ngannou Piper's punch record. No, I didn't. I would like to see Francis come in there after Piper did that, though, and just blow him away, because I would be very surprised if he couldn't. As Francis has the hype behind him, he makes everyone more money. Absolutely, I rock. I agree, toss up, but I'm going with Dustin. Plus 170 is a great price, too. Yeah, that's what I thought, Scott. Fury wasn't ready. Anyway, underestimating Francis. Joshua's seen what Francis has to offer, and he is game. Well, you guys seen the video I uploaded that Anthony Joshua actually came out and said that he thought Francis won that fight. Of course, he does have some motivation to say that because he's fighting Francis coming up. I still was a little excited. I was excited and a little surprised to hear that because usually the boxing guys stick together and the MMA guys stick together. Joe Still says Francis will bully him, I believe, and AJ will fold from Francis' punches. No way AJ can run and not get hit. He's going to have to do a lot of holding. He's not going to be the stronger man, and Francis is 20 pounds heavier. It's a very interesting match. Yeah, I think Francis has a great shot at winning that fight. Have thoughts on BSD's weird staff-looking wound on his forehead? I did not see that, Wyatt. Wild. You see O'Malley's green clown suit at press. Was he wearing a green suit or was he seriously wearing a clown suit? I hope he was wearing a clown suit. That would be amazing. All right, let's put a poll up here while everybody is in here. We're going to put a poll for tomorrow's fight. And I really wanted to do this because I wanted everybody to know when the fight was going to happen. It is on a Friday. The main event is scheduled for 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. I will start. I'm going to start 3 hours before. So I'm going to start 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern for my stream tomorrow. And I will schedule that as soon as this is over. All right, Ngannou or Joshua. Who's taking this one? Poll starting now. You should be able to see the poll. Mike, can I put a link up to Aspinall Punch in chat? Absolutely. I was going to ask you if had a video or an image or something. What about the BSDs? What about his staff? Put something up for that too, if you will. 44,000. Ngannou got 129,000. Aspinall didn't understand how it was humanly possible. Oh my. Joshua seemed to lose something mentally after them 2 losses. Scotty looked like Oscar the Grouch. Oh, that's incredible. King James, I respect all combat practitioners, but I can't do O'Sally clown crap. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it either, man. But 7, what's up, Joshua by decision? Hope the ring isn't too big for him to run around. Well, I guess I should have known what size the ring was before I bet, right? Joe Stills, what about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? Real fight, first round, or fake BS? Sounds like it's going to be an exhibition. Odds are out for that. Can somebody get me odds on that? Because odds are out. Said that Jake opened as a huge favorite. Actually, I can probably get that pretty quickly because I seen that pop up. Has anybody seen the odds for that yet? I'll just get him here. AJ decision for me, says Wyatt. I don't even see how how you can bet on it because if it's an exhibition, but I don't know. Is what it is, I guess. All right. So here's what it is. Bovado, an offshore unregulated betting site that is not legal in the United States, has Paul a minus 500 favorite with a plus 325 for Tyson. If regulated sports books offer bets, their odds will likely be similar. Paul versus Tyson will occur at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, which seats over 80,000. What a crazy world we live in. Just absolute. What are we even doing, guys? It's like a glitch in the freaking matrix. It's a floor length green plastic carpet thing. That's disgusting, Scott. I think if AJ gets caught, play it safe for the remainder of the fight, in my opinion. I agree, Josiah. I think he's going to play it safe from the opening bell. I think he knows that pretty much the way Francis is going to win is with his power, either by knocking him out or beating him up, knocking him down once or multiple times, and just kicking his ass all over the ring. Bad staff link below. Thank you, Wyatt. Put it up, Wyatt. Put FWF in description. Scott says, I got to go to sleep, work at 5 a.m. Love your content. BSD did have staff on his face. Holy jeez. All right. Well, if he fights, now I'm really glad I bet on Dustin. I just wish I would have bet more. Tyson equals 210. 7. Is this 100% confirmed an exhibition, or is Tyson dying in the ring? It's one or the other. Rob says it's 100% confirmed. Let's be real, 58 or 9, Mike will smoke Jake. I really hope you're right, man. I really hope you're right, Joe Still. Just, dude, 58. That's an old ass man. I'm 45 right now. I don't care who you have training me. I know I'm not Mike Tyson, but I don't care who you have training me. I can train for a month. I can train for a year. Jake Paul's going to kick the shit out of me. Regardless. 13 years older than me. I don't know what to say. I just don't see, even Mike Tyson, I just don't see being able to do it at 58. I mean, I know people are like, oh, age is not a thing. Age is definitely a fucking thing. Somewhere around 38 to 40 years old, a man starts to lose an average of 1% of their testosterone a year, I believe, till about the age of 60, or if not higher. Hopefully, Mike is on all the juice because he's going to need it. Joe still, Drunken Charge. I can't believe people think Jake has a chance against Tyson. I really hope you guys are right, the ones that think that Tyson's going to crush him. I really do. Before the Anderson Silva fight, I would have had a different answer for you. I might have had a different answer for you, but after Jake beat Anderson Silva, I'm just like, man, you know what? This guy, he's fucking young. He's 25 years old. He hits like a Mack truck. I don't know. Joe, what you smoking, my brother? Rob, you too. The Killer's Cabin Logs, my brother. Still think Tyson has an excellent chance at sleeping King James. Guys, I so hope you are right. I'm 110% rooting for Mike Tyson. There's not a molecule in my body that is rooting for Jake Paul to win that fight. But you got to be serious about the age. Fights retired fighters in can, says Iraq. What? White says, with all due respect, WTF you guys talking about? This is a man in his prime versus a near 60-year-old man who had a stressful life. It's an absolutely one-sided whitewash. The durability will be gone. I agree, Wyatt. You can't push age back that far. Bernard Hopkins is the furthest that we ever seen anybody do it. And he's 10 years older than Bernard was. Bernard never got out of the ring. I know Tyson, he's training hard. He's eating right. He's taking his vitamins. He's saying his prayers. None of that is going to matter when he gets hit by a 25-year-old freight train, guys. That's just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. Says, I have faith in Mike, and Jake is getting better, but he's never been pushed or hit hard. Tyson has the ability, in my opinion. I thought Anderson was going to smoke him. I thought Anderson Silva was going to just play with him, toy with him, probably knock him down a couple times, knock him out by the fifth round. And when that didn't happen, I had to totally reassess what Jake Paul was in the world of boxing. I think Jake Paul stops Tyson possibly. Um, if it's not an exhibition, almost guarantee you that Jake Paul will stop him. If it's a 10-round boxing match, forget about it, guys. Irox's old man, Roy Jones, even beat Tyson. No, Tyson won that fight. He dominated that fight. He won at least 6 of 8 rounds, if not all 8. I thought you could have easily given him 8. I know they had some celebrity judges, and they made it a split draw because of Vinny Pazienza. Vinny Pazienza rooted, judged for Roy Jones because Vinny was biased, and he got almost decapitated by Roy Jones. It, that whole thing was silly. I was glad I didn't bet on that. Josiah Perez says Anderson plays too much. Joe Still's old man Gus, Tyson's trainer, touched Muhammad Ali's chin at freaking 80 years old. It can happen, man, but he didn't get in there in a 30-minute fight. Great, easy paycheck, says Joe Still. Oh, absolutely. Big Tyson to do this, right? Wyatt says, guys, forget Roy Jones got beat up by Anthony Pettis. Yep, small 150 pounder passes prime, beat Roy. And Tyson is significantly older and less active. No word on if this is an exhibition or not. Anyone's heard. See if I can figure that out real quick. Okay, it is an exhibition. This, according to CNN, it says YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul is set to face heavyweight legend Mike Tyson in an exhibition boxing match on July 20th. The event will be broadcast exclusively on Netflix and held at the 80,000 seat capacity AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. So, if you trust CNN, which I'm not sure I do, it's an exhibition bout. I think I'm pretty sure I trust him enough for that, though. No, I just read an article from an hour ago that it hasn't been decided an exhibition or not yet. That's what I tend to lean towards, Billy. I know CNN called it exhibition, but they might have a different definition of what exhibition is. This morning, the CEO of MVP Promotions, which is Jake Paul's promotion, said that it'll have to be decided on by the Texas State Commission. Why it says if it's not an exhibition, Jake should be minus 2,500, right? I agree. Drunken Charge say both athletes have the better betting app. That's why they're doing this fight. Well, they're going to make a shit ton of money. Oh my God. Both these guys are probably going to make well over $100 million. Trying to boost up the better betting site. I don't think you can bet on an exhibition, not in the United States. There can be knockouts in an exhibition, right? Yeah, obviously, because I'm almost 100% sure that the Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort was an exhibition on that card, because I believe every fight was declared an exhibition on that card. Get into reality. This is why Drunken Chart says because they're both athletes. Oh, I read that. In fact, so many people are paying attention to Jake Paul fight makes me feel sick. Says that. Well, I mean, a lot of people are paying attention to this Mike fucking Tyson too. Jake has trained with the best coaches for over 5 years now and shouldn't be considered an amateur anymore. Well, he's definitely not considered an amateur, man. He's the real fucking deal. You guys know I was not on the Jake Paul hype train at all coming into this. I couldn't wait to see him get knocked out by Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, Nate Diaz, Anderson Silva, every dude he fought, and I kept on choosing him to lose. I bet that fucking basketball player, Nate, basketball dog or some shit. I don't know what I was. It might have been Nate Robinson actually, but yeah, I thought he was going to lose to basically any major athlete, and he has really proven me wrong. But I'll tell you guys what I do want. You guys know this guy, the MMA guru. You guys have seen him. I'm challenging MMA guru. I want a fight on that card. It can be on the prelims, the post-lims, whatever it is. MMA guru! I want you July 20th in Arlington Stadium. You're going down, brother. I love you, but you're going down. It depends on the contract. Like Roy versus Tyson, knockouts weren't allowed. Oh, was that actually written in the rules? I never did find that. I never did find the actual rules on that. Tyson is going to stop Jake by body shots. Nate Robinson. Jake Paul was my money train for years while Mike out here betting on Nate the basketball dog. I should have listened to you, man. You're the better. You're the betting expert. You kick all our asses pretty much every week at Verdict MMA. Dude, you're good at picking fights, Wyatt. IROC says, let's go. Tyson's a real boxer, and Jake has yet to be a real professional boxer. True. That is absolutely true. All right, guys, I have one announcement before we go. Some of you will be happy about this. Some of you will be like, I don't give a shit, and that's fine. But a lot of people have asked me forever, why don't you put out some content on Instagram? Why are you not putting anything on Instagram? Fights with Friends Instagram is up. It's active. It's got new stuff on there. So check it out. Give me a follow. I will follow you back. IROC says, Mike, redo your call out with phone mic instead of your earbuds. Is it worse on the earbuds? Well, I'm going to make a separate video, IROC. I'm going to make a separate video of that. Audio was cutting out. I'm going to make a separate video of the call out. When I make it, I'm going to post it to all my social media. I'm going to do it when there's hopefully a lot of people in the chat, though. So if we have a lot of people tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. If we have a lot of people for UFC 299, I'll do it then or right after that. But yeah, that way everybody can share it like instantly. Start tagging MMA Guru. Like, I'm serious. I will take that fight. I will sign on the dotted line right now. IROC, thank you for another super chat. $5 super chat. Thank you, IROC. Audio fades with earbuds. Good to know, because I thought it was actually better with the earbuds. But Drunken Charge is out. See you fine asses later, man. Heck yeah, Mike. IROC. All right, let's close this poll up so we can see the final results here. All right, 13 of you voted. 69% of you have Francis Ngannou tomorrow. 30% of you have Anthony Joshua. IROC, appreciate you making up for us poor people. Yes, thank you, IROC. So like I said, 11 a.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m., 11 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern.
That's 3 hours from the main card. The co-main and the 3-spot cards are both firefights, guys. You got, I think it's a featherweight championship bout, which is absolutely fire. Then you got another great heavyweight bout on that one. You got Joseph Parker, coming off of that win against Deontay Wilder, where he blanked him. I know it seems like that's been a minute, but it really hasn't been that long. It's Zhilei Zhang and Joseph Parker. So I got Parker on that one. It's because I was able to get plus 180. I'm like, yes, please. No problem. I really like Mike and all you guys. Want this channel to grow. Thank you, iRock. We'll be catching the fights first thing, 8 a.m., getting drunk. Mike, you should fight Ariel. Dude, I weigh twice as much as Ariel. I could not get down to it. What do you think Ariel could get up to? 170 pounds, 180 at the most? Man, I'd have to lose a lot of weight. If Ariel would fight me under 200 pounds, anything under 200 pounds, I'll get below 200 pounds, and I will fight Ariel Helwani. In boxing, in bare-knuckle boxing, in MMA, in fucking sword fighting. I don't care. Wait, so when you going live, Mike? 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, Robert. So about 3 hours before the main event. Psych, little tykes, pikes. What's up with all the rhyming now? Ariel is freakishly tall, FYI. How tall is he, I wonder? Mike, you weigh in kilograms? He weighs in pounds. I bet he weighs 210. If he weighs 210, to get in proper shape, I would probably be at least around there. I think it'd be pretty. I think I would be pretty good at 225, but I could probably make 210. Ariel probably 170 in my opinion. So that's more what I was thinking. All right, so maybe 200. Ariel's only 6 feet, isn't he? I'm super high. Wyatt started it all. I'm about to go get high and drunk and whatever. Go watch some Quantum Leap with my family. That's been our guilty pleasure. It was the old school Quantum Leap, and then we finished that. We're going to start the new school. But Wyatt, no, I'm 6 feet, and he had a whole head on me. He does look tall. Thoughts on a 6'7" Avatar Cuban dude this weekend? I don't even know who that is, man. I was looking up his big-ass nose. Well, I mean, if he stands like this with his nose up in the air, he's probably 6'7". All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I can't wait to see everyone tomorrow. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses next time.